What's up, my Vina loves? It's Miss Vina D coming to you all from Vina Team and News.
So you guys know that over the last few years, I've really tried to be intentional about what I say in public about Black folks. I try to be really careful, but some things require a public statement. And as I've been watching this situation unfold with Nicki Minaj and Trump and Nigeria, I thought it was important for me to say a few things. There are consequences to aligning yourself with Donald Trump and his policies and his evil ways. There's consequences. What we know is that as he turns his attention to Nigeria, understanding his history, there will absolutely be exploitation, theft of resources. Somebody that he knows wants something from Nigeria. It could be a business partner, it could be a friend, it could be a said corporation, it could even be his family members. But they will invade Nigeria and exploit the people for their own benefit. And they will throw Nicki Minaj to the wolves because they could care less. They couldn't care less about their sister. The unfortunate part about all of this is that there will forever be a stain associated with this moment that this sister will have to walk with. She will 100% see bloodshed because innocent Nigerians will be harmed and even likely killed as a result of whatever is to come. And she will have that on her hands. And it is pretty sad to watch because what we know is that Trump, often uses Black people and Black culture to harm Black people here and abroad. And it is happening in real time. And that sister is going to carry this moment with her forever. So today is a pretty sad day. It's a pretty sad day. And it won't be long before we all get to see how it unfolds. Maybe she knows, maybe she doesn't. Maybe she doesn't have anybody around her to inform her. But history tells what's going to happen. And it's, again, a pretty sad day. Doing incredible work there. Maybe she is. And since you seem to know, my brother, I would love for you to comment. Maybe we just have never seen it. Because right now, all I know is that Trump and them said something and she went and thanked him, agreed with him, supported him, then was excited about the fact that they used her song and went to the United Nations as a result of their invitation. So when you say that there is no alignment, what are you talking about? She could have chose anybody she wanted to. Any organization. She could have got up and said, I'm going to go to wherever, whoever. I'm going to work with whoever, whatever you think. I'm going to shine a light on 6 organizations that are doing incredible work there. And maybe she has. I don't pay attention to the sister like that. I do not. So I can't say for sure. I don't pay attention. Not that I like Nicki Minaj. I like her music. So it's not that I don't pay attention to her at all. But she's not somebody that I follow on social media or that I'm paying attention to every single day. It is not, that's just not somebody that I know. Right? So what I'm saying is that there are consequences to using or going through the Trump administration to get to the other side of something. That's just a fact. So when you say she didn't align herself, what does that mean? What does that mean? I don't even understand it. I'm not even saying that, I'm not saying that it's intentional. I'm saying that the results of this will be a certain thing. That's just it. That's it. It's the results of it will be a certain thing. That's it. It's just no other way to describe it. So when people say, well, she said, I'm like, are we okay? Are we okay? Because it worries me. And quite frankly, I'm not a person who sits around and like shames people for who they work with or what relationships they have. That's not something that I do. So I didn't make a video to say, oh, she's the worst person in the world, or somebody's paying her, or she's getting a pardon, or all of that. I'm not even getting into that because that's neither here nor there. What I'm saying is that Donald Trump and his administration, there's very specific things that they do when they are going into certain areas. If you told me that Nicki Minaj went to work with or went to the Trump administration, I'll give you an example, right? I have never ever said that Alice, I think her name is Alice Walker. Y'all tell me what if that's her name. The sister who's over pardons within the Trump administration. I've never said ever one time, oh, I can't believe that she would work with Trump. I've never said if people get out there and they like, listen, I have to work with the Trump administration in order to do something for black folks, and we see people like even Kim Kardashian, we saw that she was working with Trump and people started being pardoned and all of that. I've never, ever, you've not ever seen me say, oh, this is, terrible and you should just stand down. I wouldn't do it. I would not do it. Alice Johnson, thank you very much. I would not do it. Me, Tamika, Alice Walker, Lord help us. I'm sorry. I would not do it. Me. But I am not a person who would look at another individual who might say, we're going to get, I'm going to go over here and I'm going to work with Trump and we're going to get 40 people's, their records, not records, what do you call it? Pardons. I'm not a person to do that. What I'm explaining to you all is that whenever these people turn their attention to a country, a nation, and they say, oh, all of a sudden, the same people that they have banned from coming to the United States, the same people, when they say, oh, we're going to go over here because there's something happening with the Christians and we're going to go over here and we're going to get involved in it. What always follows with these folks is exploitation every single time. They are going over there to steal people's resources and for somebody to make some money. That's what they do. So this is not about me just making up a thing because I don't like Nicki Minaj. Y'all ain't never, ever seen me post one thing negatively about this young lady. It's just not that serious. I'm telling you that in this situation, if you go back and don't put your love for Nicki Minaj in front of what I said that there will be consequences for aligning with these policies. That's what I said. And I said that there will be consequences for it, and there will likely be bloodshed. People will be harmed, and she will carry this moment with her for the rest of her life. That's what I said. I didn't say she's the worst person in the world, and I don't like her. What I said very clearly, is that there will be consequences for it because you already know the intentions of the people who are on it. It will not be long before it is revealed who wants something from Nigeria, and Trump is going over there trying to figure it out. He's trying to figure it out. Next thing you know, they're gonna be saying, well, the black people agree with me. The black people agree with me. Now, again, if somebody comes back here and they say to me, hey, just so you know, Nicki has been working with these 2, 3, 1/2 of organizations in Nigeria. She's been over there. She has supported them and she's been promoting them. She's posted things and raised money for them and turned our attention and raised awareness about this organization. If you show me that, then Trump calls her in, which, by the way, whatever. Trump calls her in and says, we want you to go and speak on this. If you show me that, I will say to you, I'm wrong. Well, please. Okay, camera temp. I need to read some of y'all comments. Hold on a second. Camera temp says she has been doing that. Cool. I want y'all to show me. Tag me. I'm going to wait until it says she keep talking about organization in Nigeria when Nigeria is filled with corruption. There is nothing. See, this is another thing that these people will have you believing, that in the entire Nigeria, the entire thing is corrupted and it's all bad. And that's how they get to go in and invade and put their rules, regulations, policies, and damaging whatever on people. Because they will let you know, or let you think, let you believe that the entire Nigeria is just corrupted and it's terrible and that's it. And so we got to go in there and figure it out. American imperialism. We got to go in there and figure it out because it's terrible. It's all corrupt. It's all disgusting. And that's it. And that is a lie. Somebody in Nigeria, and sweet like honey, if you don't know, as a Nigerian, then it's sad. Because you're not going to tell me that there is nobody across the entire nation in Nigeria that has an organization that is saving lives and doing work there to help the people of Nigeria. You're not going to tell me that. There's nothing you could say to me. I will never believe it. I'm not from Nigeria. This is not something that I do all the time in terms of working like in this particular issue around I understand what you're saying. I'm definitely a Nicki Minaj fan, but I honestly just don't think she knows what she's getting herself into. I think she thought she was doing something good. Okay, cool. All right, y'all, I'm getting off. I just wanted to come up here and say that when I see people make the comment that she said this isn't about choosing sides, the way you get invited to something is oftentimes the telltale of like the relationship that you have in the room. People don't like get invited to something and then show up for that person and then say, "Well, I ain't with them." What are you talking about? That's exactly who you here with. That's who invited you. You showed up. That's who you are here with. That's who you're here with, and there will be consequences for it. What makes you feel it will be revealed? Tell us your thoughts on how that would happen. You'll see. Love you too. You'll see. Nicki Minaj been screaming MAGA. How she don't know? I never knew that. That's the first time I'm ever hearing anybody say that the woman has been with MAGA. I did not know that. So the homework is that I want everybody to please send me anything that I need to know so that I can make an updated video and come back and say and clear up confusion or the fact that we don't know whether or not This sister has been involved with organizations and supporting people in Nigeria even before this happened. Just come back and let me know. That's y'all's homework. I'm taking comments, DMs, screenshots, whatever you have. No, is that in Africa, the white folks, the Europeans came in and said, "Oh, we have things. We got, we got weapons and we have liquor. We have things that can help you and things that can make you feel good." And then the next thing you know, these people are enslaving you, taking your resources, robbing you of everything you had, robbing your people of our culture. People don't necessarily go back and study what has happened. So when you say there's a massacre, I wouldn't dare sit here and tell you that there's not a real issue. I'm just telling you that when people come in there that have a history of colonizing and ruining, stealing, ruining people's land, that's not the answer. It's not. And they use Black culture to help them infiltrate Black spaces so they can do harm to Black people. So I just want y'all to come back and tell me when it all is happening. If I'm not paying attention, I want y'all to be like, "Hey, check this out." And again, the homework is to go find a video, a post, or something that shows that there was a history of this support for Christian Nigerians. Because this ain't just start yesterday, or for Nigerians in general. And then we can have another conversation. Because it's still going to be the same thing in terms of America and particularly Trump's intentions. But that, but let me say it this way. Maybe once we see the good work of our sister on this issue, we'll say, well, maybe this is just another avenue to help her expand her footprint into Nigeria. Peace out.
So there you have it. I'm wishing all of you well and take care.
Thank you all for your love and support. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Go ahead and leave this video a thumbs up. Also, turn on notifications so when I do post, you're aware that I posted. And I will see you all in the comment section. Remember to always have the God bless attitude, which is being positive at all times and seeing the good in every situation. Have a great day, guys. God bless.